What happens when the fires break out and all these urgencies surface? Explain the best way to handle those things that we just, quote unquote, can't put off, and how after we handle them, we can get easily back on track with our plan.
Sure. So there's things we can control and there's things we can't control. And what we're talking about are the things that we can control. Now, when we say fires, definitely there's fires and emergencies and things we can't anticipate. But a lot of times, Darren, we create our own fires. So someone says to you, hey, can you get me this by next Thursday? Well, a lot of people prioritize this way. If it's really important, it'll find me again. Instead of taking control of the commitments they make and making sure they follow through on those commitments with the system that they use, their system is, if it's really important, it'll be brought to my attention several times. So wait a minute, that's asking for fires. And if I saw you giving top priority to what is most urgent and what is on fire right now, and I needed you to do something for me, I'd bring it to you on fire. Wait, if I give you a week to do it, you're just going to wait a week anyway. So why don't I just say, hey, I need this right now. This is our biggest client. This is a 4-alarm fire. And now you give it top priority right now. So a lot of times we create our own fires and the world that we live in. Okay, but barring that, there are real emergencies, things you can't anticipate and things that pop up. Another thing that will keep us, sometimes you're in an MBA class and your kid breaks their arm and you get yanked out of the class. This is going to happen. There's also, we don't even get into sicknesses and things that are anticipated with our health that we can't really predict. So these are things we can't control and we can adapt and adjust to them when they happen. So this is what I'm talking about is when we're making decisions about what we're going to do, we're considering the amount of work that finds us each day. We don't overplan the day. Some people plan their entire day and then say, but then the phone rang. Well, wait a minute. You knew the phone was going to ring. So when we talk about interruptions, we look at what's the daily influx? What's the routine of interruptions in my life? How much time do I get each day of my available time to really do what I want to do? So let's say that's 50%. Let's say today I'm 4 hours in meetings and 4 hours I'm not in meetings. Of those 4 hours where I'm not in meetings, how much do I really get to decide what I'm going to do? And I say the rule of thumb is half that time. So if I have 4 hours, I'm only going to plan 2 hours. Now, that could be higher or lower depending on who you are, your job, your responsibilities. But I say about 50% of our time we should plan. The other 50% goes to executing what pops up. So these emergencies, sometimes people call them emergencies. It's like, wait, that's typical. That happened last week. It happened last month. That's a part of the business. And if we overplan our time, we fall into the trap of everybody, all the business that has to get done is in the way. And no, that business is the reason we're in business. So how much time do we actually have control over? That's what we're actually planning.